Hello guys, welcome to Stock with Kings. In today's video, I just want to talk about the stock market. Then I'll touch a little bit of crypto. But I'll be making video on crypto tomorrow. But for today's video, it's just the general market, how the market is looking at right now, because we had a lot of sell-off today, and how the tech companies were hit so heavily. And with all that being said, before we get into the purpose of this video for today, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to hit the subscription button and hit the notification bell. Let's get into the video of today. As you guys know, today we had a job report. Not because the job report came out badly. The job report came out very strong, showing that the economic is still running very, very hot. But but this gave the Fed, because the Fed was supposed to cut rates, but right now it's giving the Fed, reason not to cut rates. So they have to increase rates, and this is gonna make price of stuff go even higher. Price of gas to even go up, and because of this strong report that came out today, because it came out more than expected, more than what Wall Street was expecting the report to come out, as of today. But it came out very strong, and it affected a lot of sectors. The semiconductors, all the AI stocks, they were all hit so heavily, and everything came down. Like all the tech companies, they were all down today. And as you guys can see right here, Nasdaq is down about 4.2%. Then Nvidia is down about 7.9% in just one day drop. So that tells that these are reasons. These are things that will make the Fed increase this rate, and it's not going to be good, you know, within the stock market, because this could even cause the market to even go into more correction. I made a video, I think as of 2 weeks ago, in one of my videos, and I told you guys that the market was already at that very top, and we needed that cool off. We needed at least 5% to 7% correction, within the market. But the market was still going up because nobody has that crystal balls to actually tell when the market should go up, or when the market should come down. But today happens to be that day the market hit, the the job report hit the market so badly, and right now everything has been down. See, we go into the chart. This is S&P 500. You know, we're at this very local top here, around $760. Actually, we needed this correction, because if we go into the weekly time, you guys can see right here that since the market started going up, we never cool off. The market never stopped. We just keep running. We were just running heavily. You see, all this were all movement that the market did. We went up all the way up here. Market never stopped. This was on a weekly time. If you want to count this is almost since, when was this? This was March. Yeah, March 26th, the market started going up crazily. So some people started buying up here, and they got trapped in this very moment. And that is why I'm making some of these videos. If you're new into investment, or if you're looking to invest, then you should know when to actually get into the market and when not to get into the market. But right now, what I'm looking right now, based on what the market is showing, this is an opportunity for you to actually get in and buy some of this stocks, when they actually come down even more. And I believe we could still have some sell-off coming into next week. And even if we have this SpaceX, launch coming in for next week, I believe that could help the market a little bit to move towards the upside. But I'm still going to I'm still going to observe the market and see how the market is going to react at the end of the day. And as you guys can see, I believe we still have possibility for us to come down towards 731 in terms of price level. And this support zone right here, I'm looking for the market to react towards this level. And if we end up bouncing off this zone, then I'll be looking the market moving towards the upside again. But right now, with this job report and a lot of uncertainty in the market, this is going to give the market more room to to go into, like, for more corrections, coming into next week and a week after that. It depends on what information that we like what data is going to come out as of next week. But for today, as you guys can see, the market sold off just for today, just today's candles. just for today, we see the sell. This is a very big sell, and we sold up very heavily. You guys can see here on the left side, all the market is red. Everything is red. Everything is red. So you can just jump into some of this play right now because the market is in that correction phase. We needed this correction, but the market just corrected only 2%, 2 point something percent. So we still need at least 5% or 4 more% towards the downside, you know. And what I'm looking at right now, coming into next week, if we end up selling towards this level of support around 731, I'll be expecting a little push towards the upside. And this push could be the fact that SpaceX, is going public. And I believe this can actually help the market to push towards the upside. But if we end up pushing towards the upside next week or after next week, then if we have any rejection in any area from this zone, then I'll be looking at a sell towards the downside. And if we break this level of support here, either next week or a week after that, then I'll be expecting more correction towards this 200 moving average, which will bring the price to almost about $723. But we could even sell towards even more level to almost $708. For me, I don't really care if the market wants to come down to this level. This will be a good opportunity for anybody to actually get into some of this play, especially if we end up breaking this level. If we end up breaking this level of support right here, then any rejection that we have around this zone, then I'll be looking at this correction towards the downside. But we could still push the price towards the upside. But any correction at this very level, then I'll be looking for a sell towards the downside. And this is something that could actually happen between next week or a week after. It depends on how the market is going to react next week. But for today, we have the sell-off, and me, I'm just preparing myself because looking at the weekly time, even if we come down here, this would be a very fair value. Even around this 723, that would be a very good value for you to actually start to dollar cost, into display, you know. But as you guys can see, we had this correction coming into early this year towards this level of support around. This was around $633, and we end up breaking this structure right now, and we push the price towards the upside, which we end up creating this higher high. Right now, any price, any correction towards this zone, either around 723 or $708 or around 715, then for me this would be a good opportunity to buy for us to push this price towards the upside. And by then the target for S&P 500 I'll be looking for would be almost about $800, in terms of price. But right now, based on what I'm looking at right now, it's not a good time for anybody to get into any of this, except if you're a swing trader, or if you're a daily trader, then you can actually catch some move towards the downside. And right now, if the market happens to come down here, I'll be very, very happy, meaning, this is a good opportunity to even buy even more. But any price range, within all this level that I'm calling, then that would be a good opportunity because I believe we could end up bouncing off this 200 moving average, which would be around $723 in terms of price for the market to start pushing towards the upside. And that would give us almost about, on the local top, all the way to this zone, that would be almost about 4% as of today. From this level right here, we already corrected almost about 2 point something percent. So any more correction towards the downside from where we are currently sitting, at least I need about two more percent correction towards the downside. And if we end up doing this, having this, then that would be a good opportunity for us to buy within this range. But right now, I'm just sitting watching the market. I'm not jumping into any of this play right now. And if you want to check like Nvidia went down very badly today. Let's check here. As you guys can see, Nvidia dropped very heavily after we had this rejection around this level of resistance at 232. Then we end up selling all the way to where we are currently sitting right now. We came down to almost $204, and right now the market closes as of 200 and 205. You know, so a best opportunity for Nvidia would be if we end up pushing this price right here from where we are currently sitting. If we end up pushing the price towards this level of support, which I'm looking around price to bounce off this level, which would be price range of $197, 198. So these are all price range that I'm looking for. If Nvidia comes down, this is where I'm looking to buy, because I believe we have that possibility for us to bounce off that level and start pushing this price towards the upside. So right now I'm not even trading. I'm just waiting to see how the market is going to react. That's coming into next week. Then based on how the market is going to react towards next week, then I'll decide to either to start getting into some of these players, play or not. But for now, I'll be waiting to see how Nvidia is going to actually come down to this level, because as you guys can see, we've already broke this 50 moving average, we broke the 20 moving average, and we broke this 50 moving average. And right here, we are not too far from 200 moving average at the time. And if we end up pushing the price towards the downside, depending on how the stock market is going to react, then the best price value will be around this range right here, around $186 on Nvidia. But I'm looking for a bounce around this three range. Either we bounce off 198 or we bounce off around 194. But in worst case scenario, then I believe if we end up breaking this level of support around 194, then the next buy zone, for this would be around this level right here. So that's just for Nvidia. Then if we go to like Meta, oh god, Meta actually sold off heavily. We got this rejection as of yesterday around this level of resistance around 641. As you guys can see, we came down all the way to 583. If we go to 1 hour time, you see right here. So at this point, I'm looking at more correction. That's for Meta towards the downside, and where I'm looking to target Meta, if we end up pushing the price towards the downside, I'll be looking for us to come down to this liquidity zone, which will be around this price range. This will be a good opportunity for you to actually buy if Meta decide to push the price towards the downside. Then this will be a good opportunity for you to actually get into some of this play. So right now, coming into next week, if we end up selling or gapping below, then any price range around this level will be a good opportunity for us to get into Meta and push this price back to test this resistance around 690, 91, 92 price range. So for me, these are key levels. These are areas that I'm looking to get into some of this play. If we end up selling towards the downside coming into next week and a week after that, then these are price levels that I'll be looking to get into with Meta. But right now, all I'm doing is just to sit and see how the market is going to react. I believe at the same time we have possibility to bounce off this zone. So all these are price range that I'm just giving out. But I'll make a video on Sunday, in few of the stocks that I'm looking into, like buying, that's coming into next week. But for today's purpose, I just want to make this video just like the way it is. I don't want to get deeply into a lot of stuff. So a good buy opportunity will be around this level of support around 560, 532, and 525. So any price range around this level will be a good opportunity for you to start dollar cost average into Meta. And there's a lot of stocks that I would love to talk about. Like right now, Oracle is down, as you guys can see right here. Oracle was almost about $250. Now we are back to this support level. You see, so after we had this break of structure, the market went up. We had this impulsive move, And right now we are in this corrective move right here. And if we end up coming down, then I'm looking price range around this level for us to bounce off here, then push the price towards the upside. Then the other scenario will be for us to push the price towards this level right here before looking for another buy towards the upside, and that would be around this other block right here, which I'm looking at opportunity, to see how the market is going to react to this zone. But if we end up losing this level, then then our protective low would be the best opportunity for us to actually come down, because we have a lot of liquidity sitting right here. So for Oracle, I believe the best opportunity would be around this range right here. Any price range within 184, 188, 179, and around this 195. So any price range around this range will be a good opportunity for anybody to get in. And you can even start to dollar cost average around $200 price range, and looking for this move towards the upside maybe the next 2 to 3 months from now. But right now the market is not in a good place right now. So for me personally, I'm not going to advise anybody to get into some of these buys right now. So you rather wait and buy, just see how the market is going to react next week. And now if we go into BTC, I made a video. If you go back to watch some of my videos, I made a video and I told you guys that we had this this move, and the market needed that correction, you know. So we had this move towards these levels right here. If you go back to watch, excuse me, if you go back to watch some of my videos, we had this ascending channel, which we end up having this leg towards the downside, and I made a video. Then we were still somewhere around here. I said I'm expecting us to have another ascending channel, which is gonna bring this price towards around 50 something dollars, 54,000 price range. But the best opportunity will be around $42,000 to get into BTC. But any price range around this level, either around 54,000, would be a good opportunity to buy. But the best deal would be around 42,000 and around 30. I don't think BTC should come down to 38,000, but if this happens, this will be a lifetime opportunity for anybody to get into some of this play. But for the way, looking at the way the market is looking at right now, it's not a good time to actually get into some of this play. So the best deal that I'm looking for for BTC will be around 54,700. And if we lose this level of support, then my next target will be around 42,800 price range, for BTC. As you guys can see, even gold is down. Everything right now is down. So gold, the best opportunity price range to get into gold will be somewhere around this level of support, which would be around 3,900. So if we end up having this push towards the downside to 3,900, then I'll be looking at a bounce here to push the price towards that's towards all-time high on gold. But for now, the market is still in the correction phase, and we are almost close to this very 50 moving average. And if we end up breaking that 50 moving average, then the best buying opportunity would be around 3,000 on gold, then to push the price towards $6,000 price target. For me, I believe gold will definitely come up to $6,000. But for today, this is a video that I just wanted to do, just to show you how the whole micro market is looking at right now. And if you're looking into investing, then you can feel free to follow the channel. I'm here to give you guys all of this information for free. A lot of people would ask you to pay for you to join their classes, and all of that. And I'm here giving you guys all this information for free. So the least you can do is for you to hit the subscription button and hit the notification bell, like and share this video, so that way a lot of people out there looking for such information that that they can actually use to learn and make their life better, then this will be a good video for that. But for now, I won't advise anybody to get into anything buying right now within the market. The market is already in a correction phase, so you don't want to lose money. Except if you have more money to lose to the market, then be my guest. This one is IONQ. We push up. When I started making, when I started calling out for this very stock, we were sitting somewhere around 45 and somewhere around $39. And you can watch my videos. We took a lot of profit towards the upside, and I knew that at this point we're already in that overbought zone. So right now I'm looking at another opportunity towards this price range. So if we end up pushing down to about 40, any price range around 40, 47,000, 45, 46,000 would be a good opportunity for you to get in and push this price towards $80 price range that I'm looking for from where we are currently heading towards to. So the best opportunity will be for you to wait, see how the market is going to react next week. Then based on how the market is going to close before the end of next week, then you can make decision either to get into some of this play. But for now, my advice would be stay out of the market, except you know what you're doing. If you want to play sells towards the downside, which is put. If you're into option trading, then if you know what you're doing, that's good. But if you don't know what you're doing or what to do, my advice personally would be stay out of the market. Don't trade. Just sit, watch the market. As you guys can see, I got all my notifications here set up. So if the market comes down to my value, it's going to notify me and I'm going to go back, and that is when I'm going to get into some of this play. So as you guys can see, I got my notification set up in everywhere. This one is Meta. Already have this notification. Sorry, Nvidia. Already have my notification somewhere around here. Where was it? Yeah. Okay, I didn't put notification on Nvidia. My bad. Right now, I have my notification set up. So if we come down to 198, I will get that notification. Then that's when I'll be looking into buying. But right now, I'm staying off the market, and this is just advice. But if you want to still take those risks, to catch the following night, then be my guest. But for now, this is all I have for today. And I wish you guys a good, happy weekend. And I hope to talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful night.